What is up, parents? Welcome back to the Culture Update to Teenager Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be an amazing one. We got a lot of great stuff planned for this podcast. I hope you guys had a great 2023 because we are on to new year, new me, new podcast. And with me on this podcast, we have none other than the great Savannah. What is your job title, actually? I actually don't know.
Student coordinator.
Student coordinator at which campus?
Frisco West. What's up, Westie Besties?
Westie Besties for the parents of the Westie Besties. You know her, you love her. But we got a great podcast for you. We're gonna start with something. We do this every time. A little slang of the week. I love it. We're here for the slang of the week. You guys know this. Teenagers just make up things and act like they mean things. And we don't know what they're saying. We don't know why they're saying it, but they just say it. And so I have 4 different things that I'm going to test Savannah on.
Perfect.
Because she is a teenager expert. and then I actually want you as a parent to maybe take this quiz. If you're driving, make sure you have pen and paper. Just kind of distract yourself a little bit. So
Don't do that.
First one is this. If somebody says, let him cook, what are they trying to say?
Let him cook. That's a good one. I hear this quite a bit. Usually it's like if someone's like making a really good point, you're like, oh yeah, like go further, explain more, like let him go, keep going. That's usually what, and I think that's what I think of whenever I hear it.
I will count that as correct. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think you can kind of use it in any, you can use it in academics and sports. If somebody's like on a roll or they're doing really good, it's like, oh my gosh, no one stop them. Like, let them go. So let them cook. Use that with your students and, see how they react. All right, this one's interesting. I didn't really know about this when I was kind of looking into it, but students have been saying preppy. Obviously, there's like an old school way of saying preppy. Yeah. But what would your guess be if a student in 2024 says preppy?
This one I think I know, but I'm honestly not really sure.
Okay.
Someone is acting preppy, like stuck up. Is that right? Or I feel like I'm totally off.
No, not necessarily. I guess that's more of like the older phrase of preppy.
Okay.
The way it was described to me, and I asked a student about this, and they were like, oh yeah, it's pretty much girls that carry Stanleys.
Oh, okay.
That it's pretty much the Visco girl of 2024.
Okay.
It's like they wear the popular things. They wear the things that everyone does. They go to the Taylor Swift concert.
I see.
They're the preppy girl.
Oh.
They wear the weird sweatshirt that has like the random state on it that they've never been to.
Right.
And then like the
tennis skirts and
preppy.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
Good to know.
All right, how about this one? I've heard this a ton from especially girls. They say eat or they ate or she's eating right now.
Yeah. She's like she's killing it. Going ham.
Yes.
She is doing great. Almost like, and then you finish that off with like the let her cook,
Yeah.
She's eating, let her cook,
Let her cook.
Add both of those in, in your conversation.
I've been at some volleyball games and stuff, and they just be yelling, she's eating! And I'm like, what are they talking about? It makes no sense, but it's their language. So, man, let your students eat, It's fun.
Let them eat.
Let them cook and let them eat.
Yeah.
That's genius. You cook it and then you eat it. All right, last one. This is a very interesting one. I'm very curious what you have to say about this. A gyat. For parents, let me spell it. It's G-Y-A-T-T.
Yeah.
Gyat.
Yeah. Honestly, could not tell you. No clue. Fill me in, please.
It's pretty inappropriate.
Oh.
I know we don't normally have stuff like this on this podcast, but I've heard it so much that I'm like, okay, I got to address it.
I need to hear it.
It's pretty much like someone's like, God dang.
Oh.
Shardy has like a big butt.
What are you talking about right now?
That's what it means. What's funny is we've had parents that are also, their parents are students, but they're also pastors and leaders at our church. And they've been saying it in the office. And I'm like, why are you saying that? And
wow.
They said, we didn't know that's what it meant.
Oh, gosh.
So I wanted to address this to parents. Gyat is not a good thing.
Yeah, don't say that to your
It pretty much stands for this. It stands for girl, your is thick.
Okay. Wow. Well, good to know.
What a good podcast for parents to learn.
Slang of the week.
Just be careful with that word. If your students say it, you know what it means now. Yeah. It's kind of a, whatever. So
it's good to know.
Anyways, let's move on. Hey, I wanted to do something special. We got 5 things for you that not we, but social media and the internet have said these are things that are going to be popular or going to be happening in 2024. So we're done with 2023. The trends are dead. What is going to be happening now? And so we got 5 things, more just kind of fun things for you guys to know. Hey, this might be something to look out for. First one is this. I'll start with it. Pickleball was massive. It's been massive recently. Students love it. Everyone loves it. The next big thing, badminton.
No way.
I said it. Badminton. That's right. And I want to read this because I think this is very important. It talks about this. There's a show, I guess. I've never seen it. It's called Racket Boys.
Okay.
It's a show on Netflix, and it deals with badminton, which I feel like so many trends come from Netflix.
Yeah, like shows that you've seen. Yeah.
You got like what's the one where they're like on the coastline?
Oh,
oh my gosh.
The Shore. No, not. I almost said Jersey Shore. That's not right.
Jersey Shore.
No.
Whatever. A lot of stuff comes from shows.
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks. Yes. And so Racket Boys is on Netflix, very popular. And it's a big thing for students right now. And this is what it says, that citing searches for rackets and outfits for the sport are increasing by 80%.
Wow.
And searches for plain badminton aesthetic, which that has to be a girl thing, increases by 45%.
Whoa.
So they're anticipating badminton is in, pickleball is dead. It's for old people.
Oh man.
Badminton is in.
I was just getting started in pickleball.
Yeah, what's your old?
Now I gotta learn badminton. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Anyways, I thought that was funny. Maybe grab some badminton stuff.
Yeah, next year for Christmas. Yeah.
Easy peasy.
I love that.
All right, what's number 2? What we got here?
Number 2, I know, I had to ask Elijah, is this a real thing? College and high school play dates. Yes, college and high school play dates. Apparently, there's all across Facebook groups in America. Parents are trying to get their kids together, I mean, I think COVID, there was a lot of social isolation.
Yeah.
And I think parents saw that and are now trying to get their kids connected. And usually play dates, you think like toddlers and little kids, but now we've moved up to where high schoolers and college kids, that parents are trying to connect. Other, like a freshman parent posted that all of parents should pack a foam noodle to prevent, their son's phone from falling between the bunk bed whenever they have this play date, right? And so I think it is a sign, like we've talked about, with COVID, that Gen Z is maturing a little more slowly than previous generations.
Yeah.
And so let's, as a parent, how do we approach that? Maybe schedule a play date, but talk to your kid about like helping them get connected with other students, whether that is in our ministry or at school. Talk to them, how do they go about making new friends, and how do they do that beyond high school or beyond like in a classroom setting too.
Socialization is really big, and anytime you can set your students up, and anytime a student is like choosing which youth group they want to go to, whether that's ours or somebody else's, I always encourage it, because I'm like, if they can do that now, they'll be able to do that in college. If they can choose their friends now, they can do that in college. And so definitely, man, give your kids that freedom, and even push them towards like, hey, maybe find some discovery for yourself, because otherwise you're going to be the parent that's setting up play dates for your 20-year-old in college. Which is
I don't think anybody wants to do that.
Pretty wild. The next one, I think there's no surprise here. 2023 was the year of Taylor Swift.
That's
Everyone
right,
knows
it
it.
Yep.
Listen, I'm not a Swiftie myself. I know
am.
You are.
I am. Proclaimed. Self-proclaimed.
And so a big thing that they're expecting is that these concerts, I think they're calling them girly concerts, where people are, dress up, and it's like almost like this like social thing that you almost have to do. Our high schoolers, I mean, I've never seen so many people go to Taylor Swift and all these concerts. So, but Olivia Rodrigo is a popular singer, especially with girls, and she has an upcoming tour, and the tickets are getting close to $900 if you're trying to find a ticket for this. And so, first off, expensive. And so I would buy it now if you want to go to these. But just something that we can see coming up, these concerts. First off, people are gonna kind of not attack the young, but like go after the young as their fan base because hey, they're gonna buy these things, they're gonna dress up, and it's gonna be a famous, not famous, but like a popular thing to go do.
Yeah, it's a whole experience. It really was. And like we said, seeing people dress up, they're making a whole event out of it, and even people traveling across like state lines to go to, concerts, even if it's cheaper or somewhere else. So
it's like a community thing too. It's like you build that community and you get to go with your friends and dress up. It's a cool thing. But definitely
just be on the lookout for your wallets, as well for your students.
Start saving now.
Yes. I love it.
Number 4,
teen skincare, right? We are pivoting not only from acne, excuse me.
No more acne for teens.
No, we are going to anti-aging. Yes. Ooh. Anti-aging for teens. Skincare, that's a huge thing. It's all over like my own like For You page and stuff like that. So not only, for when I was a teenager, it was Proactive. Proactive was the big thing.
Oh, yeah.
All the teenagers had to have it because of acne, hormonal stress, But now we're seeing a trend of teens are looking more towards like anti-aging products. So, like Korean skincare lines that are all about like, how do we, reverse aging, all sort of things. No wrinkles at 15, So there's a beauty analyst, Jessica DeFino. There's a critique of this because it can be a little bit like, wow, we're seeing teenagers kind of trends towards this. She says the fact that younger consumers are interested in preventing the aging process younger and younger is a symptom of the age anxiety that's conditioned into us by beauty culture.
Woo!
Right? Age anxiety. I've never heard that term before.
I've never thought about that either.
I know. Isn't that insane?
I mean, you got to think about it. I think it said there was 12,000 girls between the ages of 13 and 19 in the United States that got preventative Botox.
Yeah.
13-year-olds getting Botox.
Crazy.
Is insane to me. Just to be like, I don't want to age. I don't want to. I'm like, your skin is perfect.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about? So it's just a crazy thing, and maybe something as a parent to just, I guess, be aware of. And if your students are, into that, part of that's probably coming from shows and different things. Just have a conversation and maybe talk to them about why that's the case.
Yeah, nothing wrong with taking care of yourself, but in the right way, for sure.
Right. The last one I have, real fast.
Yeah.
Social media. We've seen this past year. It's only going to get bigger, but it's the GRWM and the OOTD. What does that mean? Help me, Savannah.
GRWM is Get Ready With Me. You've probably seen them, on your Instagram reel or TikTok.
Yes.
OOTD. It took me a minute to figure this one out, and I have to remember it every time. Outfit of the day.
My wife likes doing that one.
Very popular, right? That particularly women, again, they like to show off what they're wearing or how they're getting ready in the morning. There's usually here's what's going on in my day today, or this is what I'm doing. So that's a huge thing. And I think it's just going to continue, especially into the new year for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So I love it. Hey, there's a lot of stuff here. Obviously, there's so many more things that, are coming up in 2024, and the world's going to look way different next year than it did last year. But we believe that you can do this. You are not alone. God is with you, and so are we. Stick with us this next year as we go with more Teenager Tuesdays. Bye.